Game for you, Jackie. Just a question about the driving process as the Valkyries had nail help pretty much that entire game. When you're seeing that kind of consistent nail help, how are you deciding when to make the easy kick from there when someone's helping there versus driving through it like you did a few times in that third quarter?
Yeah, I think just by trying to play the right way, we know that they're gonna have the nail loaded, and so just driving that nail, kicking it to the open shooter, and then eventually they're gonna have to make a decision as to what they want to do. Why can I hear myself? Or here's yeah, why can I hear myself? That's weird. Um, but yeah, yeah, just doing that, and then eventually they have to make a decision, so you can either keep penetrating or pass to a shooter.
Jackie, Becky really praised you how you ended the game with those free throws and just how the game ended. How do you feel about the team? Um, Sorry, excuse me. How do you feel about the team, the way they ended the fourth quarter compared to the Mystics game?
Well, we were able to close tonight, and then just making good decisions down the stretch, and just being smart with the ball. We knew they were going to foul, and then coach just trusts us to have the ball like in my hands late game, so just trying to make the right reads, make the right decisions, get downhill, drive and kick, whatever it looks like, And at the end of the game, they were fouling, so just being able to step up there and knock down free throws.
Jackie, I want to talk about hitting 3,000 points. Congratulations on that. How have these milestones like influenced your playing style and like been a motivator for you and the rest of the team?
Yeah, I mean, I actually didn't even know that I was close to that. But it's cool. Just like to be able to look back and I guess see how much I've accomplished, see how far I've come since my rookie year and my first 3 years in the league. But shout out to my teammates. They're always getting me the ball, instilling a lot of confidence in me, especially after last game. And so then just being able to go out there and play my game. I mean, the coaches believe in me, my teammates believe in me. I just have to have that same belief in myself. Yeah.
All right, Michael, we'll go to you on Zoom. Questions for Jackie only, and then we'll go to Asia.
Jackie, can you talk just a little bit about how good this game felt for the team after everything that you guys have sort of been through, just to especially for you and Asia to have such huge scoring games today and to close out. Just I know you guys are pros and you're used to ups and downs, but what did this feel like to be able to close this one out?
Yeah, I mean, it's always important to win our home games, and we know what happened last time we played the Valkyries there. And so we just want to come out here today and get the job done. I think it was a full team effort. Asia got us off to a great start in the first half and really kept it rolling the whole game. But we knew we had to come in and get defensive stops today in order to win this game. We know that they play with a lot of pace, energy. They kind of try to speed up their opponent. And so we knew that coming out into this game, we had to match their intensity and their energy.
All right, thank you, Jackie. Questions for Asia?
Just in case you all didn't know, there have been 4 30-10 games in this WNBA season so far. 3 of them came from this woman.
It didn't look like you were playing through wrist pain tonight. How accurate or inaccurate is that? And were there moments where you had to kind of adjust your game because of the injury?
I I gotta credit my medical staff. That squad, from top to bottom, they've helped me get through this. It is very hard for me to sit out games. It's very hard for me to follow directions sometimes because I want to be out there with my team. But they're making sure that I'm comfortable. So was I playing through it? Yes, I'm going to continue to play through it because they're going to make sure that I'm ready and I'm comfortable. But they've just done an amazing job of making sure that I am healthy. Yes, but obviously my teammates do a huge job of just trusting me with the basketball. And that right there, once I get going, once you have that momentum, the last thing I'm thinking about is my wrist. I'm just trying to get a win for my team. So, yeah, we're going to play through it. We're going to continue to play through it like anybody else in this league is probably playing through a lot of stuff. And hopefully we keep this thing going.
In the off season, like when Natalie, Kate, and Tip left, you kind of made jokes about like, okay, we're gonna go harder against them. We love them, but we're gonna go harder. Was there any aspect of that that you felt on the court tonight?
Absolutely. I mean, everybody in this room saw what they did to us at Golden State. So coming in, it didn't really matter who was on the other side of that. We needed to look better than what we did that last time we met them. So yeah, I think this time we really kind of took it a little personal, only because we they embarrassed us. And we wanted to make sure that we didn't want to be embarrassed on our home court. And I mean, I'm going to give credit to them every single time. That is a great team in there. They have a lot of hardworking players that's never going to let up. So I love competing against them. They keep us honest, and we're going to keep going.
Asia. Hi, Asia, over
Hi.
here. When you woke up this morning, did you know you were going to play today, or was it not until after you were going through your pregame routine that you felt good enough to go?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I wake up every morning, I want to play. Even with a concussion, I was like, all right, I'm good. But no, this morning, I just kind of took it with a grain of salt. I wanted to see how it felt. I wanted to shoot through some things, shoot through my tape job. And my medical kind of watched a close eye on me. That's why I warmed up in Washington, because I just wanted to see. Luckily, it's my right hand, so I can do a lot with my left, so it can kind of help me out on the right side. But yeah, it just was kind of a game time decision. When I started warming up, it started to feel good, and I just knew that I wanted to play.
Gotcha. I got two quick ones for you, Age, if that's okay. One on the offensive end, it felt like you were making very quick decisions with the ball, very quick to attack. Was that just a mindset deal for you, or was that something, or is that based on what you saw from Golden State?
It's honestly based on what I've seen just through Golden State, but also just throughout this league. I'm going to be throwing a lot of different bodies and people and schemes of basketball, and sometimes I have to operate at a different pace. Some paces I can go, some games I can go slow. This game was just a quicker game, so I wanted to make sure that I could exploit that in many ways and make sure I can not just me get going, but my teammates as well.
Got you. And on the defensive end, in a literal sense, you haven't had much help. It's felt like a lot of we're going to keep this 2-on-2. Everybody stay
Right.
attached to yours, et cetera.
Right.
Like, how different is that from last year? How much more challenging from that is that from last year, if at all?
It's very challenging because obviously we don't want anyone to be on an island. We don't want I don't want my guards, I don't want any teammate to feel like it's just strictly one-on-one, because that's not how our defense is ever structured. It's a team defense. But I think that's what we have to continue to move through, is understanding that we can handle things 2-on-2 and keep man in front of the ball. But at the same time, we have to cover and help each other, because this league is really good. They know how to kind of pick things apart. But we have to continue to show layers to our defense. And I feel like this game, we did a decent job of showing layers, but that's what's going to help us get over the hump, is continue not just the first layer defense, but the second and third.
We'll go to Michael Vopel on Zoom. Michael.
Thank you. Asia, obviously I know you were lefty for shooting, but you had 16 boards tonight with a wrist injury that you're still, coming back from. Can you just talk about how that's got to be, I guess, a mindset thing, to play through that, and be able to attack the boards the way that you did. And is that something you've just over your career you've always been able to do, when you've had the aches and pains, just to be able to kind of overcome that?
For sure. When it comes to just the aches and the pains, it's just all a part of the game. And it's going to be tough. I think it's been tough for me this year, because this is probably the most I've ever been hurt throughout my whole career. So it's been a new space to me, but it's also allowed me to get within myself, see the game through a different eye. And that's what I hope that I can implement more when I come back and play. And I think Washington, the boards kind of hurt us a little bit. Second chance points hurt us a little bit. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to kind of help out in that way. And it was just one of those games where I wanted to just put an attack on the ball and make sure that I can get extra possessions for my team.
Thank you.
Last couple. We'll go to Isabel on Zoom. Isabel.
Hi, Asia. After seeing the team being held under the normal average of 80 points the past two games, you guys bounced back with the team's first 100-point game of the season. How much of that do you credit to chemistry or pace, or just the need to respond after two losses, especially close losses?
Oh, sorry. Can you say that one more time? My mom just sent me a picture of the way I look on this press conference. She
All
just
good.
texted me a picture, was like, why? Okay, Mom, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All good. After seeing the team being held under the normal average of 80 points the past two games, you guys bounced back with the team's first 100-point game of the season. How much of that do you credit to chemistry, pace, or just the need to respond after two tough losses?
Yeah, I think it was just a bounce back. We didn't really matter how many points we put on the board. We just knew we needed to put more points than the other team, no matter what that looked like. But it just comes down to just wanting to win and knowing and weathering storms. Like I said, Washington, we didn't do the best job of weathering a storm, and it cost us an L. So I think now we need to, and it comes with chemistry. Like we're slowly starting to really, really understand one another and lean in on each other. So yeah, it's a mixture of things. So I'm glad that we were able to put up triple digits, but we got to make sure that the other team doesn't get it either.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Actually wanted to bounce off of that. As a team, you converted 68% of your shots inside the arc, which is a season high, and that's coming against the second best defense in the league.
Yeah.
Just from your point of view, what made your team so successful inside the arc today?
I don't know. I just feel like we've been battling so much outside the arc and just struggling and hitting and missing open shots that it just was just a good night for us. I think we were just really dialed in on rim reads and attacking the basket and taking what the defense gives us versus trying to force something or wishing something was there and it's not. So I think we really just took what the defense was giving us and we just went with it. We rolled with it, and we kind of picked things apart. So I'm very pleased. I mean, for us to do this and still shoot below 30% from three, like that means we were just attacking the basket and getting to our spots, which is always good. God, that's hilarious.